Welcome to Everyday Black Men, a podcast for authentic black male thoughts. I am Riker, and this is a continuation of the Dark and Stormy Night podcast. Please follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook on the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Without any further ado, let's pick up from the under-over that Fortunate was in the middle of.
I didn't want to do this here, but I guess I got to.
God.
After first he disrespects the fuck out of Nas.
Now what's next? What's next?
I don't even know, based on the crowd right now, what kind of reaction I'm gonna get to this. But my under, Beyonce, man. Beyonce is underappreciated.
This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit.
I'm sorry. I'm with Riker on this one. What the hell, bro?
Exactly. This nigga went from disrespecting Nas.
She is underappreciated as the greatest. I could say the greatest female artist ever. But I will say
bullshit.
I will say
bullshit.
I could say that. I will say
no. You
greatest
cannot make that
female
argument.
artist of the last 30 years.
Also bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, Did you forget about Mariah Carey?
Okay, wait. Well,
Mariah Carey.
Let's stack up what Beyonce can do. She can sing.
And she can dance.
At the same time. Here's a couple people who can sing really, really well. Whitney, Mariah. Neither one of them are great performers. There are other people who are great performers. I'll say, what's her name?
Cultural impact.
What's the Latina?
Album sales.
Shakira.
J-Lo, Shakira. But they don't have that voice. They don't, even Rihanna. Rihanna's a great performer. She can't hold that note.
Longevity.
No, longevity.
High points in their career.
Talking about. Sir.
She has so many categories on lock that you can't argue. You can have the singing one. I already know she's not the best singer ever to grace the mic as a female artist.
Oh, most definitely.
Other than that, you have nothing on Beyonce.
But it's not like some people
Name
who are
one. Name something.
Really
Name something.
sing.
Let's go.
I'm a part of the Beehive. I have nothing negative.
Exactly.
to say.
I'm not even part of Beehive.
The Beehive has,
I just know she's amazing.
No.
I won't argue that she's not amazing.
I'm
arguing that she's.
You think she's
not
underrated?
No, I don't think
People do give her the props.
People
that she
give her
deserves.
more props than what she deserves.
That's the part I disagree with.
You think she should be an over?
No, she is overrated.
She's overrated.
More so than she is
underrated.
ever
You know
going to
why
be
she's
considered
overrated? You know why she's not overrated?
Why?
Because as soon as I said she was underrated, all of y'all started thinking about other people that was better than her, when the fact of the matter is, there's only maybe 2 people on that fucking list.
No,
maybe 2.
No, there's 2
and one of them is a dude.
There's 2 people
Who
on
are
that.
the 2 people?
Michael Jackson.
You said female.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you said female, so you had to cut that out.
Okay, female.
Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, who would be your number one female artist
rapper,
in the
though,
last
Nicki
30
Minaj,
years?
she up there too.
No, fuck that. Fuck every part of
Nicki
that.
can't
Nicki's
dance.
not in the league at all. Get
We're
out of
gonna,
here.
no. I'm about to annihilate. I'm about to
Come on.
annihilate that person
Get
in a
Nicki out of
moment.
here.
Okay.
So just
Get him out of here. Somebody get him out of here.
Yeah,
take this man.
no. Did you?
No.
But-
No.
No.
Beyonce can never be considered underrated. She was part of Destiny's Child. She was given.
She's huge.
She was Destiny's
Can
Child.
you pay my bills, nigga?
I'm not ever paying your bills. But most importantly, sir, she was never underrated as a member of Destiny's Child. Now, if Michelle had come about and turned to Beyonce, then you had this argument 8 ways past Sunday.
So you changing the narrative.
No, I'm not changing the narrative.
No, he's still on topic right
No,
now.
I'm still on
But
topic.
I'm saying he's talking about being underrated.
You're talking about underrated.
Right now, she's underrated.
No, she's not.
overrated.
No, she's not. If she was overrated, she would be regarded as the greatest female MC.
No, that is what many
That
people
would be
consider.
overrated.
That is what many people consider.
No, they do.
Yes, they
As soon
do.
as I said that, everybody.
No,
That's
everybody
because
was
we
against it.
disagree with it.
That means she's not overrated.
No,
Because
sir.
No,
That's not how this
that's
underrated.
inside this room, and you're talking to a whole bunch of dudes. Outside of the dudes,
I'm a dude.
No, sir. You are just feeling the next topic that we were going to talk about.
She got a cult
which
going
was
on right
the
now.
Carters album that she and her husband dropped.
I don't think she underrated.
I will say this. We have a bad habit of appreciating people when they're gone. Mm-hmm. All I want to say is when we 75, well, probably later than that,
you gonna
and God forbid something happen, don't none of y'all go out and buy them new albums and act all brand new. I don't want nobody else coming over here when I am grieving the loss of what I've claimed since I was in middle school, okay? When I was listening to that first Destiny's Child album, Writing on the Wall, and I knew the ad-libs.
That's the only time they were underrated.
That's
the only time they were underrated.
And she had her cute little blonde braids.
No, she's not underrated.
Cover. Don't y'all come
Do you
over
understand
here
what the word underrated means?
She was the greatest. Yes. Let's celebrate her while she's alive.
That's what we need.
No. Y'all already over celebrated her when she's alive. Every time that Beyonce does something, no matter how small, no matter how great.
Tickets are like $200, $300 for a minute.
We didn't have to do that.
I got problems.
Beyonce had children. Plenty of people had children. I have never seen people react to children the way that y'all motherfuckers reacted to Beyonce having kids. Y'all
that's
not a testament.
Nobody has children that come out looking like that.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
It's a testament to her greatness.
That is a bullshit-ass statement.
I'm sticking with the simple, is she overrated or underrated
right now?
She is overrated. Underrated. If she was overrated, do you think she is a top 5 performer of all time? No, I'm sorry, top 5 artists of all time. Can you definitively right now, without thinking, say yes?
I would say performer.
If we're going with pop,
I said artist.
What is the category?
You wouldn't give her top 5 artists of all time.
No.
Artists and performer are different things.
They are, and I'm saying artists.
No, I'm just saying no.
No. Fortunate. What are we considering an artist? Are you saying the entire picture?
The entire picture.
The entire picture.
The entire picture.
I'm not talking about a career.
All right. So it goes Michael. It goes Prince. It goes Elvis. It goes
fucking Vic.
Nah, I can't give it Elvis.
Nigga, no.
Regardless of whether you like Elvis or not, that motherfucker sold more records.
Everything that was black.
We are not asking about that. We're asking about artists. Okay. And when it comes to sales and performances, that nigga made white people want to be black.
Okay.
There's only one more person that you can say, and that's a group.
And who exactly is that?
The Beatles.
Group? Yes.
Oh, fuck.
And you know who's coming in
Fucking Beyonce.
No. You know who's coming in ahead of the Beatles?
Who?
Fucking Beyonce. You can argue.
So Beyonce's number 4.
So you can say that
5.
unequivocally. Then you're correct that she's not underrated. But anybody who doesn't feel that way,
I don't agree with Beyonce,
which I think a lot of people don't.
If you don't like Beyonce being above the Beatles, then that's your personal preference. But at the same time, the Beatles were great. The Beatles did a lot. The Beatles did a lot for their time.
Yeah.
But they didn't overcome the accusations of being too manly that Beyonce did. They didn't overcome the fact that yes, she was famous, but she went on to have a solo career when a lot of people hated her for it. I give Beyonce her props. But for you to ever argue that she is underrated shows that you're an unlikely fucking Hydra candidate for the Beehive. And I don't want any parts of you mentioning Beyonce on this podcast ever again.
Listen, there will be more Beyonce talk every time you invite me back. Now, I'm just going to bring it up for no reason. Out of nowhere. You're just going to start hearing... Oh, is that the Beehive? Is that the Beehive? Okay. Look, all I'm saying is I have a deep appreciation for her.
I do too, and I don't like her music.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but I understand what she has done, what she means to other people, and the inspiration that she has. I admire her for that. And I'm only that, her concerts, her performances, because even then I've heard of
being talented is underrated.
They're amazing. But again, I'm not saying that she's she is nowhere near underrated. People understand her value. I don't like her as a musician. Well, I don't say I don't like her
value.
But I'm not even saying.
I got people that'll tell me that Rihanna's better than Beyonce.
Hell no. But here's my thing.
There's people right now that feel that way. That's why
they got problems. They got issues. But I'm saying that I can't call her undervalued because even then I don't listen to her music, but I know the value of her, and I will never say, "Oh, she's like bottom of the barrel." No, because personally for me, Beyonce, she could be better than what she is. Like her lyrics, I need her to do better. But see, here's the thing. She thinks she could write, and you know, I was like, nah, you need help writing, baby.
That's kind of how I feel with that too.
Because she has a beautiful voice. Like when Luther Vandross, she did a duet with Luther Vandross. I dropped my jaw. And my mom was like, yo, that's Beyonce. I was like, what? I was like, that's amazing. I mean, she kept up with Luther. And I was like, no one can keep up that I know can keep up.
I mean, that's exactly how I feel about that too, though.
But when Halo came out, right? And actually, I like that song.
Yeah.
Who? Because most people don't know who was the writer. She didn't write it. Who wrote it? Do you anybody know?
Mm-hmm.
Neo.
Oh, Neo wrote a lot of.
Oh, Neo writes.
Yeah, he's an amazing writer. But and he is great. I mean, what he does, he's great at. But he made Beyonce sound angelic with Halo, and I was like, Beyonce, please stop writing your own music. Like, I understand you want to write to get out your experiences out there, but have someone help you get your message out there, because you doing it by yourself, you're not the greatest. I mean, but when you do it with somebody, you are the greatest. Now, I will say her performances, I've see some Snapchats. I'm like, yo, she got it from Michael. Michael Jackson really showed her the way, and she took that baton. God bless. She took that baton and she ran with it, and I'm grateful. And when she passed to the next generation, man, it's gonna be great because they got a lot to live up to, and she killed it. Now I give it to her, but that's why I say she's not underrated, because I can name all the accomplishments and be like, nah, props to her. There's very few people that have been able to do it like her.
I've come up with this same conversation and heard all kind of crazy shit like Madonna, which Madonna is amazing. Madonna has some shit. Not
Beyonce.
I've heard Madonna. I've heard who else? I've heard some people.
Look, Madonna is great. Is a great white singer, but that is pretty much where she ends.
I hope she's not underrated. And I feel like possibly in this room she might not be. But I think
the
worldwide consensus...
I think Hope is a lot better versus actually calling her underrated. I'll give you the Hope.
How much more appreciation does she really need? There's a lot of people. There's so many people.
How much more does she need? I got you. Okay.
I mean, he has a lot of appreciation. Like,
I don't know. I want people to...
HBO has a special out just for her, bro.
She made it.
Just for her.
You talking about the conversation?
HBO was like, yo, please make a documentary about yourself. That's HBO, okay? Who else gets their own documentaries on HBO? Not a lot of people.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I think maybe she is appreciated as more of a pop icon. Maybe she doesn't get the props that she should get from her own community. The community that I celebrate her in, the community that's a little bit more flamboyant. We love her.
Oh yeah,
but I think overall,
the Beehive is extremely flamboyant with their characterizations.
She's probably not as appreciated.
Yeah, passionate. Let's not use flamboyant.
I can kind of take that.
Might be true.
I can kind of take
that. I do agree with
stylish.
Thank you. I do agree with stylish. How much more appreciated can she get? Because I mean, we changed Coachella to Baychella or Beachella. Like, it went, like, if you type in Beachella, you get a list of things. We have never called it any other Chella. There's been a lot of other people who performed. We know the B wasn't for the, Cardi B liked to change everything to a B. It wasn't for her. It was for Beyonce. It wasn't for anybody else who performed. We know that was for Beyonce, period. And we change things for her all the time, so... I don't think she's over or under. I think she's the right amount.
She has that right balance.
I don't know. I feel like it's not where it needs to be. That's all I'm saying. I feel like it's not where it needs to be.
What more does she need
as stylists asked
to be
before?
Given for her? How many fucking Grammys does she have? How many more plaques does she need?
A lot of Grammys.
So no,
have they built a statue of her yet?
When she lost to Adele, who Adele was like, I voted for Beyonce. In times like that, I do feel like they don't recognize her. When Taylor Swift won.
Taylor Swift won.
The fact that Taylor Swift won anything lets y'all know.
There are times,
mediocrity has always been. But white mediocrity has always affected award shows.
But then it goes back to that point.
But that's not underappreciated. That is a deserving artist not getting what they want. Words fucking mean things.
I mean, having some Leonardo DiCaprio too.
No. I would sooner give you Bruno Mars as underappreciated before I would ever
Yeah,
think about
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yes, I would agree on that. I would hell yeah agree on that.
You could have
Bruno
made
Mars,
that argument, and I would have, as much as I am on Bruno,
hold on.
I would not be able to argue against you because Bruno has gone to award show after award show after award show
And
after
not won
award
a
show
thing.
and not won a goddamn
ask you a
thing,
question.
despite having most of his best material in his catalog.
Do you think Bruno Mars is in the same hemisphere as Beyonce?
He's close.
Actually,
He's close.
on his
he
yeah,
can sing
he actually is.
and dance. Have you ever
Bruno
seen
Mars
his
was
shows?
performing.
Not only that,
Have
this is
you
what I
seen
mean.
like
Underappreciated instruments. What do you
Have you
mean,
seen-
Bruno? You're saying that
he
Bruno
plays
is not.
what he-
Well, you're saying that Bruno is nowhere near Beyonce.
See how
He played two or
quickly-
three
see how-
instruments.
What? Oh hell
See
no!
how quickly? See how quickly
never
these?
you-
See
you
how
have-
quickly
you have-
these?
Oh my god.
Oh, see, are you? What,
No,
what
no,
you
no,
saying?
guys.
I'm a hooligan. You're
See-
a hooligan. It's fine. Yeah.
See,
Well,
see
so
how
are we
quickly
on the
these
same? Are we on the same
nines?
page where Bruno and Beyonce on the same on similar levels?
I give Beyonce like a hair more.
I agree. With that. I agree with that.
A hair?
Yes,
A
because
hair.
Bruno is a group where she is just solo. But you're
This
saying
man
that they're
takes care of
worlds
his
apart.
band in the way
they're
that
not worlds
no
apart,
one.
bruh. They
He
are
takes
not
care of
worlds
his
apart.
band in the way that only Prince takes care of his band. He does things for his
When
people
it comes to
the
singing
way that
and
only.
dancing in the same kind of category that I put Beyonce, his
Bruno
shows
doesn't.
aren't as big. The production behind him isn't as big, but I don't know how much money he got behind him. But when it comes to
Not quite as
a
much as
Bruno
Beyonce.
Mars performance,
It's
like
flat out
he
amazing.
starts out with his hair straight and ends with it curly. Yeah.
All right, time out.
my God.
Time out. I love Bruno Mars.
Do you?
Oh!
I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
I second that.
I fucking love Bruno Mars. Okay, the man is great. He had the performance, the songs, the hits he has. Great. I'm talking about awesome. Right? Okay, I like it. So, Bruno Mars is the man. But we're talking about Beyonce. You want to put him in the same hemisphere as far as being appreciated? This is why I feel like she gets underappreciated. Because you can't put somebody with a 8-year career span? Maybe 6?
Well, he started performing.
8 years
No.
or 6?
I got.
You can't put somebody with that type
No,
of
the
career
reason why I
plan
can- the
with
reason why I
somebody
can-
who's sustained for, was it
No.
16 right now?
The reason
How
why I
many
can
years
is because the source. Where did Beyonce get her stuff from? Where did Bruno get his stuff from? They got it from the same place. They got it from Michael Jackson, and they got it from the people who from previous to Michael Jackson. Like Beyonce's work ethic comes from Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Bruno Mars, how he performed, it comes from Michael Jackson. The sounds, like the how the sounds are supposed to make people feel and where they want people to go, comes from not Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson's era.
I mean, I get it.
Prince,
But
it comes from them.
Why does that matter?
Because they both did it right, and they both paying homage to the right place.
But-
so if one person did it right, how you can say Beyonce did it right, but Bruno didn't do it right?
I didn't do it right. I'm talking about longevity, the things that separates
But
her
Bruno's
from
gonna
being
last
as-
as much, and Bruno's
It's
younger.
yet to be
than-
seen. Yet to be seen. It did not
No, it
happen
is
yet.
not yet to be seen.
What are you talking about? What's the last
They
Bruno
both-
sells
they both-
out, bruh.
They both did Super Bowl twice.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
went Beyonce Bruno, then Beyonce Bruno together.
Okay, what's the last Bruno album came out?
Just now, he had an album that.
Oh yeah, what was the album name last
He's
year?
currently on tour.
Yeah,
What was it called?
I can't remember. Oh no, that's not the monkey thing.
One
What's it called?
second. So the last hit was 24K Magic. Now
Yeah,
that
24K Magic.
did
And
come
that
out.
was
24
No, no,
K
That
I'll
was
give,
an
I'll give
amazing
you. I'll
CD.
give you this. It did come out in 2016.
How long?
2016?
It's 2
Okay.
years ago.
He
Yeah,
was
but
touring. He's
he
been touring
tours-
since.
He's been touring. When
Which
he
is
tours,
great.
he tours.
And he toured
his ass
internationally.
off.
Which-
And
Internationally,
he's doing the two
that's
legs,
different
yeah.
than actually touring. Because Beyonce normally she first started local and then
You
moved
don't
to
think
do
Beyonce
internationally.
do international?
She does it now.
No, she does international.
Bruno started
Like,
internationally,
he's-
bro.
he-
He
yeah.
started internationally.
He started internationally, came to States, then he's gonna take a tour and come back with Cardi B.
Now,
I
yes,
think y'all missing what I'm
Beyonce does
saying.
have. Beyonce does have
And Beyonce has a
7 years
machine behind
on
her.
Yeah.
on Bruno. She has 7 years performing
don't
on.
put her in the
no,
same
no.
Yeah, we can.
No,
because,
yes, we
because
can.
you put Beyonce and Michael in the same category.
Yes.
You did.
So
Once you
if Michael
started. Once
had-
you
start
did.
comparing.
Jackson
You did.
5
No,
until
because Michael's done.
No.
Technically, he's not.
Technically, he's not done because we know there
So-
are at least two unreleased albums of material that he has.
Who, Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Michael Jackson.
That's
No,
probably
it's
not
actually
coming
three,
out
I think.
anytime
Actually,
soon.
it's 3 now.
It's not going to have an
It's 3
impact
now.
on his career.
Bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit?
Michael Jackson fans buy every goddamn thing that man
Michael
puts
Jackson
out.
fans are old as fuck right now.
And people say the same thing about...
Be old as fuck. We're Michael Jackson fans.
Yeah,
I'm a Michael Jackson fan as well.
Then how
you will buy the album?
Because we are. Did you hear the last podcast? I'm an old fuckity fuck. We're old. You're old. That's it. Music belongs to the youth.
Now you have now invalidated everything that you said. That's recorded. You said that music belongs to the young. I'm going to literally stab you with that. Whenever you make your next points.
Don't worry.
But the main thing that I'm trying to tell you is, unlike Beyonce, Bruno Mars did not have a machine behind him. Bruno Mars is literally a grassroots movement that has gotten to the point where he can release something like this. But unfortunately, we do have to move forward. So, Stylish.
Yes.
Do you have it under over?
I do. It's not going to be as fiery as the rest of you guys stuff though.
All right, go ahead.
I think y'all been talking for like 2 hours on all y'all subjects, but okay. What I think right now is overrated is conspiracy theories.
Oh shit, that's right.
Conspiracy. Yeah, conspiracy theories are overrated. I'm just noticing, there's a lot more people who kind of consider themselves conspiracy theories, like they believe in stuff, flat Earth, mermaids are real, stuff like that.
Oh god, not the fucking mermaids.
Yeah,
people.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that there's probably some people listening that's probably like, oh god, he's one of those people who just is making fun of people who believe in whatever they want to believe. Yeah, whatever. I still think it's silly to believe in that stuff like that. I'm sorry. I think it's really silly to think at 2018 that the Earth is flat because we went really high on the top of a mountain and you didn't see the curve on the thing. It's like,
what do you say to those people who drove from California to Florida and they didn't feel a curve?
They didn't fall off the edge of the planet. They didn't just go.
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's like I said, the whole thing is silly though. Like, before I thought this stuff was just relegated to the internet, and I've started meeting people in real life who believe this stuff.
For real?
Yes.
Oh
I have.
shit!
And
Are they friends of yours?
They're I guess
they're
associates.
Unfortunately associates.
Yo, I'm cutting people off.
I mean, honestly,
that's a true old man fashion.
I don't
right there.
I don't want to say like these people are like bad, people are stupid or whatever. Because like one of these people who's a flat earther, he's a really nice, genuine guy. He's a really nice, genuine guy. Like I like talking and stuff though, but when we just start getting to those conspiracy theories, I kind of have to like
stop.
Just
cut it.
Stop. Just cut it off a little bit though.
Cut him off. No, for real. Like, you need to have one real serious conversation with this man. Play Neil deGrasse in the background.
Oh my god.
And just break down the whole idea and logic that what he believes is bullshit. And if he can't come around, I'm sorry. I don't know, but he
saw some documentaries and stuff though that kind of changed.
I saw some internet shit. So obviously it must be real.
YouTube.
Oh man, those lizard people. They're all lizards. They're all lizards.
I mean, every time you talk to these type of people, and they'll say just do the research. I'm like,
the research has been done.
Right, already. Yeah, you're right.
What theory is this based off? Because the roundness of planets is based off a theory of gravity, the universe, and physics, right? Mm-hmm. They have actually facts to back this up. This flat earther thing, right? Where's the
I don't know.
What is the research? Is that
research? What you saw?
Observation. So that's the only observation that you've made, right?
But look, man. I mean, people couldn't survive in like the atmosphere, man. Like it's not a thing, man. But the world can't be curved because like that just goes against geometry, man.
I mean, well, the thing is, like most of the time you talk to these people.
He's trolling, guys.
I know, but most of the time you talk to these people, and most of the time they come with like, oh, those pictures that you see like from the satellites are fake. Satellites don't exist, stuff like that. And
that's their
how
evidence.
Are they getting internet?
That is their evidence.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, how you seen this Google Maps stuff? How are you getting your?
How are you being pinpointed to the exact?
It's the government, man. They just make up these little maps, man. They don't know shit, man.
You're saying the people who believe the Earth is flat also believe there's no satellites. No such thing as a satellite.
Did they Google that?
And the man didn't actually land on the moon either. They believe that too.
Does any of them have direct TV?
I'm pretty sure they
ask them.
I'm gonna
ask them that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
DirecTV is a conspiracy. It's really just cell phone towers that are going to other cell phone towers. Everything you believe, you need to question it because
so
somebody told
lose
you.
their lives going into space then, like Apollo 13 and stuff like that, right?
Right.
They just relocated that teacher and all those people.
Oh, okay.
Look, there's a conspiracy for that too.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really call it details, but there's some kind of conspiracy though. You looking at the details, it didn't really blow. It's weird stuff. Huh?
Yeah, that's a really good overrated though.
You know what's a good conspiracy theory? 9/11 is a good conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
No. I'm just saying, like, there's ones out there that I'm like, I can entertain and we can talk about. And
you know, there's a lot of 9/11 ones though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of 9/11 ones. It's a lot in general.
I'm just saying, there's certain conspiracy theories that's worth having the conversation about. And,
it is, yeah.
But they're actually based off of evidence, people's behaviors, actually things that are tangible.
Things that are found, like
yeah. But the Earth, the flat Earther, that's what evidence? What evidence is backing that? What evidence?
I cannot deal with you. I didn't go to school for 12 years to have somebody say
that school is just a government,
that
school is just a government fucking conspiracy, man.
Come on, man. We did experiments in school. It's 6th grade experiments that disprove what you're saying right now. You know that, right?
I mean,
those 6th graders are just clones. They're just all clones.
This is crazy. We need to do something about these people. Like,
well, I mean, in generally, like, I'm just kind of worried. Even 9/11 conspiracy theories. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to be, like skeptical, but when you start bringing like alternate. I don't want to say ultimate because it make it seem like you're just making up stuff though. But if you're starting to bring like this more alternate evidence though. I don't like when people just kind of jump on like, oh, that sounds good. I believe this is the truth right here. Right. And that's the part I kind of like about conspiracy theory.
Truth is truth.
I mean, truth.
Yeah.
What is? But the thing is, like, what
a
is
lot of people argue truth is one person's perception.
Right.
So
right. So it really depends on.
Okay, but the real question is,
what's the
difference between truth and reality, and how do the two correlate? And if you come up with a false truth and you apply it in reality, it costs you royally, and then sometimes it can cost you your life. Like you're saying, my truth is I'm invincible. So then you walk out to the street where there's a car going at 60 miles an hour. What's going to happen to you?
Reality
Physics dictates
reality's
going to fuck you up. You might not survive, or you're going to be seriously hurt. Right. That's the difference between reality and truth. You can perceive one thing and go, oh, I believe this, this is going to be true, and then you walk out there and you get hit by your car. So, that's basically the same thing with the Earthers and, the 9/11s are not happening and people didn't die in the buildings.
The lizard
planes
people
didn't actually hit the fucking buildings. The lizard thing that Mr. Riker over here
people actually believe that stuff too.
It's feeling. Yeah. So,
look, man, I was just saying that to say that. The bigger thing here is that the overarching problem is how do you bring these people back to reality? The issue with any conspiracy theory is that when you try to bring people back, it normally pushes them further away.
Right.
So you almost have to kind of do a Socratic suppose and sort of try to get them to find their own logical fallacies within what they believe. But I mean, shit, we can have a whole nother podcast on this. This would be a great one because you could look into each one of these specific conspiracies.
Oh, yeah. If we do that, I'll have a lot to say about that.
Okay, all right, Styles, we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back for that. But
what
is your underrated?
My underrated, really, I think my underrated is just all of you guys. You guys are wonderful people, and we make this wonderful podcast.
Look at this guy trying to make the main roster.
He's
trying to come back.
He said, "Fuck you." I'm not gonna be a guest. I want to be a main member. Stylish, you get a permanent membership, and you get a permanent membership, and you get a permanent membership.
Okay.
All jokes aside, man, we definitely
Yeah,
appreciate having you on here.
Yeah.
And you helped make the podcast great as well. I like the fact that you had an unpopular opinion in that last episode that we did as a group. It was just really different. Like, we need more people to be willing to say, well, I mean, sometimes it's a mixed bag. But definitely, man, I wholeheartedly appreciate that, and that's the kind of black love that we need to keep going.
Definitely.
What I'm going to transition into is, so I'm going to skip all over the Nasir album that I was going to review because we already talked about it.
I'm glad we're skipping over it because I want to call out some people who are going to say some wild shit throughout the week.
Oh shit! You gonna call out some people?
I mean, who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying. I want to.
No, actually, he lost his talking privileges after that Bruno.
After that Bruno thing, I should take it back. But here, you got 60 seconds. Go.
For what, Bruno?
No, 60 seconds for your Nasir. Wild shit.
We happy to be fighting if you say something about Bruno more. You got two big talk.
We gonna talk. I'm honestly disappointed in the album, and I just want to know who else is disappointed or who else thinks it's amazing. So I'm waiting to hear from the world.
Oh, you know, I think it's
internet. Great. I'm talking about all these people who are considered, the
rap enthusiasts,
the rap gurus.
Look, Anthony Fantano's gonna have a great review out on it. You're gonna disagree with it, but he's gonna literally call you on all your bullshit.
And people don't want to say the truth. Like for me, it's a matter of speaking the truth versus not wanting to seem like you're against somebody or against the grain. Because right now, it's either you're against Kanye and all his projects, or you're like, all the projects is good and Kanye ain't that bad.
But see, here's the thing, and I actually really do, sympathize and empathize with you, because when it comes to certain artists, you love them and you want them to come out with their greatest work all the time and hit it 100%. When you see something subpar, because I'm a Kanye lover. I love Kanye and I love Dre. Those are my two rappers that I'm like hardcore behind. They do wrong, but I'm like, I call you out on it, but I was like, I still listen to your music because you real, and like with recently Kanye stuff, I gotta listen to it, but I know Kanye, like, you off on your bed, something wrong with you, but like I kind of related to like Joe. Joe's my favorite artist. I think he's honestly underrated. Most people don't understand. Like every time Joe, like the
R&B guy,
the singer, R&B, Joe, like in the 90s, he came out R. Kelly.
Yeah, I thought you confused with.
But he didn't rape bitches.
Yeah. But like the reason why like I'm with him all the way is because he's always constant with what he does. He's just straight shooter. He always goes to
no women in Joe's basement. Just making that clear.
But yeah, he's always constant. And like with Nas, I see that he fell off the wagon, and you're like, dude, this is good, but you're great.
Exactly.
Be great. Don't be good. Be great. And that I feel that from him, because I know other artists like R. Kelly. He's mixed bag. People who have their sayings about him, but me and R. Kelly, he keeps on and off. R. Kelly's like, yo, dude, you great. Just be great. Like, keep coming out with your music, but stop touching little girls. Or
grown women.
Or grown women, but he's. We're not really against that. But again, with the artists, we want you to always stay on it. Be true to yourself. Be true to your art. It's your art. Don't rush it. Be you. And I get where you're coming from. Like, just come with it. Come with it. If it's not ready yet, don't release it. Hold it. Make sure it's right. Because Kanye, he used to do that, where he used to hold his stuff, wait till it's right, and then release it when it was right. And honestly, all the CDs that Kanye's come out with, even though people have been said right or wrong, you gotta say every one of them has been great or borderline great, where you be like, I still listen to it. I've listened to it at least twice. To get it right.
That made me think of Lupe Fiasco. I remember he had that prop.
Lupe Fiasco is one of those artists that
I don't give a goddamn what anyone else says. Yeah, Lasers is trash.
It was bad.
Lupe is one of my favorite artists.
I don't give a fuck if he is.
Even then, though,
Lasers was trash.
You have to say the same thing, though. He did good stuff, and he did bad for you. Like, yo, dude,
Lasers
here's the line.
Trash.
He had a couple of songs on Lasers.
Lasers, a couple. I can't even give him that.
3.
Yeah, there were okay songs. He had 3 okay songs.
Lasers is worse than anything that Jay-Z did during that dark period that we do not mention.
But he made Food and Liquor.
Man. Which is actually, that's when he was.
That's my childhood right there, man.
He made Food and Liquor.
That's when he redeemed himself.
I've seen the man in concert, and I'll tell you to this day, Laser sucks. He told him not to promote.
You know he cut his dreads off?
Yes.
Yeah. So he back to the short hair again.
Yeah, he back to old Lupe.
He about to come with some fire. He has a fire in the chamber.
He better have some fire.
I don't know. That dreads messed up his name or something.
Because I need more after Tetsuo. I need more after that. I need more after that. That was a good album.
That was
highly
a
slept
good
on.
album. Yeah.
But we're gonna go for it. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna briefly touch on the Carters. Which, if you haven't heard the Carters by now, when this podcast is released, you not only did yourself a disservice, but regardless of whether you agree with us on Beyonce or you disagree with us on Beyonce and Jay-Z, the two of them together, I mean, that's a power couple that I'm always gonna root for because I'm glad to see that black love. Now I wish y'all jumped on Beyonce with this Me Too movement stuff because she beat the envelope and break. But y'all say not one goddamn word.
But
one little mumble.
I understand it though, because a lot of people don't understand that moment. Because at first I was kind of like, "Why the hell are you beating the hell out of your husband?" I was like, "Oh," when I actually heard the underlying story of what happened, I was like, "I could see why he beat the hell out of that dude." And you know the funny part is,
no, we're not excusing violence.
I'm lost. What?
Remember when Solange beat Jay-Z in the elevator?
Yeah. You said Beyonce.
No, I was Beyonce. Solange beat him. But
I was going to say, what? That just happened?
No.
And they still dropped the album?
That was right before Eliminate.
They on tour? Like, what is that?
They were on tour. This is how she got him on tour.
Oh, you don't want Solange. My bad.
But Solange, she beat Jay-Z in the name of Beyonce.
Right.
All that stuff. But I understand it. But yeah, what were you about to say?
You ever got into a fight with your little sister?
I would never, ever touch my little sister. But... You know, my little sister beat the crap out of me, but she knows she got it.
Okay, so that's my point. It was a family issue.
Yeah.
No, that's not. No, we can't excuse violence. We can't excuse violence by saying it's Me Too.
Little brother was fighting.
That's not his brother. That's not his brother or his sister.
That is his sister.
No,
that's his sister-in-law. He said that in the interview. He said you. I
don't care how he tries to explain it away.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that justification either, because you know it's you're not. It's the marriage thing that plays a role. You can't necessarily be in somebody else's marriage like that.
No, you can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I have in-laws.
That's been in my life for so long.
I know. We're both disagreeing.
No, but no, you can't. I have in-laws that's been in my life for so long. One of my aunt, she's not my aunt. She's my in-law. Mm-hmm. That when I was younger and I got in trouble, she would whoop my ass and then take me home and tell my mama she whooped my ass. And my mama would say, "Okay, cool."
That's parental.
Okay, but it's still an in-law. She's still. I'm saying he looks at her as his little sister. He did something and she didn't like it, and they got into a fight.
No, they didn't get into a fight. That was a one-sided massacre.
Okay, because he ain't stupid enough to hit a girl.
No, but that was necessarily.
He didn't
hit her back because he knew he was wrong for what he did. Because he slept with another chick that wasn't his wife. That's what he did was wrong.
Ryder.
And honestly, tell the truth. Why would you just sleep with somebody else when you got Beyonce, bro?
Ryder.
Really?
It doesn't matter.
Ryder, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day,
3 bomb-ass albums came out of that elevator. It's all right.
Did you see them hits that Beyonce got?
No, it's not okay. We always do this. We always do this bullshit where excuse away violence against men. If we want to rewrite the cycle and have an actual black family that actually stands together, we can't excuse it because she was a woman. Because I don't know how many times there's been a video come out where a woman beats the ever-living daylights out of some guy and people either think it's funny or they make excuses. What she did was fucking wrong. There's no way for us to justify her. I don't care if he just cheated on her with the whole Dallas Cowboy cheerleader roster. That is
First of all, it wasn't
that would have been an accomplishment, though.
Right.
It was a 2-second clip. It wasn't like
we didn't see the whole thing.
No, we didn't see the whole thing.
Well, he didn't turn her face into Rihanna's. It wasn't nothing like we didn't see him with
Chris
no
Brown.
actual
Chris Brown.
It wasn't nothing like that. No one came out. There was no police report filed. None of that happened. If it was that serious, there would have been legal actions. It wasn't that serious. It seemed like she got mad and probably slapped him around a few times or whatever.
So now slapping the nigga around a few times
I'm not saying
okay?
that it's okay.
Well,
obviously, I'm not condoning violence.
But that's what you just said. You just said, remember it was in-law. Whatever. You tried to justify it and then re-justify it and then contort backwards to then make it right.
They can't. You can't change the whole narrative. I think in order to correct the issue that you're saying that we need to correct the female violence is just wrong is wrong and all that stuff like that. There's a lot of other things that have to also align in order for that to exist properly.
No, it's correct.
It's never going to exist properly that we can condone. I mean,
well, I don't think anybody's condoning that.
We're not condoning. I mean, the opposite of condone, where we
people laugh up and down. It was like the Ja Rule when he was going to jail thing. Twitter, Twitter
condemn the woman.
No. Black Twitter fucking jumped up and down. said this was the funniest shit that they've seen in forever.
In order for us to do the opposite,
I did not find that amusing.
I don't think people were laughing so much at the fight as like Beyonce's reaction to it. It was the whole situation because that was happening. And Beyonce was like, "All right."
Yeah. Because Beyonce just literally just chose like beat him up.
We can't condemn a woman hitting a man to the level that it needs to be condemned, whilst there's still the misunderstanding of the male role in the black community.
No, I don't feel like that goes together.
No, yes it does. You know why? Because when you want to take a man and put him at the head of the household, right? Man's the head of the household. Let him finish. Man at the head of the household is supposed to be respected, this, that, and the third, right? All of that. Well, if that's believed in true in and out, right? And the man is actually coming to the table and doing what he's supposed to do, how does that translate into the other women that are around him or under him? He's supposed to be protecting them, right? To a certain extent.
Not only protecting them, but guiding them, make sure they're
protecting, guiding, leading, all of those things.
We said we didn't want that though.
No. That's what we want.
No, that's not what we want. We want independent. We want single ladies. We want all the other shit. Don't try to change the black narrative because the black narrative right now is.
But this is what I mean. Needs to be aligned because they do.
No. But the black narrative. No, I let you talk. I let you talk. No, you can't have your cake and eat it too. No, we said nice for what to these niggas. Fuck men all 2018. No. These are the taglines on Black Twitter. So right. No, there hasn't been a tagline that says men are the head of the household since fucking 1980.
No, it's not.
But no. It's from the 90s. From the 90s.
Niggas don't do shit.
From the 90s.
Niggas ain't about shit.
No.
Men are the head of the household because there aren't a lot of households with men and women in them. If it's just fucking me and I'm doing what I'm doing, holding my shit down, and not earning you, I'm taking care of my kids by myself. I'm financially and emotionally supporting my kids, and I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. And then by default, you're not the head of the household, especially if you ain't actually there to be the head of the household.
But then when a man does come along to that woman who's doing all of that stuff by herself and tries to mesh himself into that family, there's a disconnect. There's a rejection.
Like, what is his role?
There's no way to align properly, and there's issues that come along
or
with
what should be his role.
Right. And if he's coming to the table 50-50, same thing. There's still, the woman doesn't relinquish what she's been doing for the last 10, 15 years, holding things down. It's a hard transition, but they don't even think that transition needs to be made.
Nope, not at all.
So what I'm saying is, it's already broken for them to think that it's okay for the woman to hit the man and laugh and joke about it, and it's not a big deal, and hold that woman accountable and condemn those actions.
Well, no, I hold her accountable, but I also hold men accountable. There was a video this week came out with a guy who beat up his wife, his wife's mother, some other dude, all because he found them cheating. He was wrong as fuck for all that shit, and I hope his ass rots underneath the jail. What I'm saying is that we have a huge double standard in the black community specifically because with white people, you don't see this level of shit. You'll see them do.
Whoa! You don't see it, but it exists.
I'm not saying that it exists. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying you don't see this level of shit because there's certain things that you don't just laugh at. That is uniquely something that happens in black Twitter and within black house. Like, we objectify women, the fuck out of women, for no reason other than women have nice bodies. But we look at any man who has in any way emasculated himself and we rip into that man harder than anything else that we can do because any form of weakness that a man has is seen as, oh, you just gonna let that happen? You gonna let her talk back to you like that? You gonna do that? Like, you can't even have a normal conversation in a black household about something and have you and your wife disagree without 6 other people being like, oh, so I guess this is just how this shit dies. But part of how we have to do that is when I see some bullshit, like some guys going, oh, women are blah, 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 I call them out on that bullshit. But that's the same reason I call out Solonge on that bullshit. Because you can't ride and say you want people to be equal or whatever if you're not calling out her and being like, nah, she was wrong as fuck for that and I didn't support that and whatever. But what I see as a very big problem is that people were not calling her out with that or not doing whatever.
But because she beat the crap out of JC because JC cheated.
Exactly. They justify it. Just as how going back in time, we all dogged the fucking raw shit out of Chris Brown, only to find out Rihanna was just as much the aggressor. Now we finding out that Whitney Houston cheated on Bobby Brown way more than Bobby Brown. She fucked Tupac. Like, that's a huge story that no one knew.
And then cried for a week when he died.
Exactly. And then cried when this nigga died so that Bobby Brown knew that was her lover. Like, this is the narrative. We do not hold women accountable because we do not treat them as people.
We don't hold them accountable the same.
No. We don't hold women accountable because we do not treat them as people. So I'm treating her as a person. And as a person, what you did was wrong as fuck. Did I still play your album? Yeah. But I'm gonna disassociate people from their art. I did it with you. I did it with Kanye. I did it with whoever. Some people are really shitty people, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to miss out on a fire ass album because you're a piece of shit. Now, am I gonna steal that shit? Who knows? Maybe only the NSA.
Decision.
Exactly. Decision. But for me, like we gotta start doing more to call out people when we see stuff. So whether it's kids fighting. Stop that shit. Because if you grow up fighting your brothers and sisters, you're going to eventually steal from your brothers and sisters. You're going to end up growing up and killing your brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. We got to encourage black love. We got to encourage people being like, yo, man, we out in Vegas, dog. We about to do it big, dog. Nah, nigga, you married. Sit the fuck down in the corner. You're allowed 2 dances, and then you back in the corner. Don't put your hand below. It's like you remember middle school. Keep your hands up here.
So I got a question though, and I don't want to extend this thing way further than it needs to be though. But it's back to we were talking about double standards. I mean, we don't like double standards here, right?
No, that's called being a hypocrite.
It's called being a hypocrite?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, double standards, hypocrite.
So I mean, as far as double standard, where do you think that comes from? And now this is kind of rhetorical. I don't want you to answer it right now, though. But,
I can answer it.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like, the question I want to ask is, can we have still have gender roles and not have double standards exist at the same time?
No. So that's a great question.
That is a great question.
That's a great question. But the answer is unfortunately no, because as long as we allow gender roles to play out as society as a whole, then there are always going to be double standards. Yeah. Because if you're saying that the man's job is to hunt, and I mean I tell this to niggas all the time, like you can't date if you don't have money. There's no romance without finance. Mm-hmm. So if you ain't got the stacks to date, then you don't need to do this.
You ain't getting the cash.
But that's a double standard, and I mean that's a gender role.
Date as broke as fucking she wants to.
That's a gender role.
No, that is
a gender role. I know some broke niggas who date.
No,
I also disagree with that statement. I do believe in gender roles.
Mm. Me too, and that's why I don't think double standards are exactly wrong.
But I think that your gender roles,
not all of them,
are okay within your relationship. You decide what's okay within the confines of your relationship with you and your spouse.
I agree with that.
But that's a partnership, and that's not necessarily a double standard. You guys are adjusting to.
That's why I don't think they're double standards.
Okay. So no, double standard. The woman shouldn't be taking the trash out.
I completely agree.
True. That's exactly.
That's a double standard, though.
But that's a double standard.
We all made this trash. It's a chore that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you can't take the trash out because you're a woman?
So in my household,
men don't wash dishes, right? No, you made the dishes just like I did to help out.
I wash dishes.
No. But he's giving you examples. He's giving you examples.
Are double standards that are actually fucking either wrong or right. The trash thing, no, I don't think the women should be taking.
See, here's the thing. But if you come to an agreement, okay, I'll take the trash out when you do this, then that's not a double standard.
But most people don't get to that point of having that agreement because an agreement assumes that you sat down and you said, this person's going to be doing the chore. This person's going to be doing whatever. But most people don't do that. You don't go through a relationship and lay out every single thing. So then you start getting...
But you probably should.
You're right. You should
talk about the big things and you should talk about little things. Like, I'm not touching that greasy ass trash.
I wouldn't say in one sitting.
Because most people come
not in one sitting. But that's what courting used to be, right?
Right.
Now we swipe right, swipe left, hook up a few times. somebody get pregnant.
Damn it, who
and
said he
then-
wasn't gonna get into relationships this time?
No. I knew we were gonna get into it.
Sorry.
I knew we were gonna get into it because it's one of those things where it always comes up. But no. But this is right.
You're right.
This is exactly what it is. But Stylish, go ahead with
Right.
your point.
I mean, but you're exactly right. That's what a lot of people don't do. They don't go through relationship and say, this is what we need to. This is what we're gonna do. What you're gonna do. What I'm gonna do there. They just kind of go off, kind of like a common knowledge or whatever. What people usually do is like, okay, you know, I think I had this argument with my ex one time. Like she was driving the car and she got in and put her gas in the car, and I sat in the car. I wasn't aware of that gender role thing where guys are supposed to fucking go and do it. I wasn't aware of that.
And on top of that, I guarantee you on the
That
flip
bitch
side,
ass.
I guarantee you on the flip side, when it came time for like, hey baby, you know, how's this, what, and third thing, she wasn't like, well, I mean, gender roles dictate that I should be able to do da. Like, again, I see gender roles a lot of times flip in a way. I see gender roles oftentimes flip in a way where it's like it's gender role up to a certain point.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not gender role like the thing about it is it used to be you would do X and then I do Y. Like it was like an exact exchange.
It was an exchange. Yeah.
Like it was like I always hold open the door for you and whatnot, and you always give me that kiss, and you always do all the cooking, and I always
kisses, bro.
Huh?
Why are you ordering for kisses?
But that used to be the thing is that Mama would always.
That's an example, okay?
Okay.
Generalization.
But that used to be a thing. But that used to be a thing. I've seen grandparents, even when they were pissed off at each other, give each other a kiss because that was what you fucking did. It didn't matter what you felt. You didn't have no feelings
There was a
involved.
reason for it, There was a reason actually.
Well,
for
no,
that.
that was
exactly that's relationship talk right now.
But yeah.
We're talking about those double standards.
Are we going to excuse the double standards and excuse Jay-Z for being completely carried by Beyonce through this whole fucking album?
that's exactly where I knew you were taking it. I knew that's where you were taking it.
Let's be real.
No, but I told that to a Jay-Z stan, and he was like, "Yeah, but Jay-Z's got so many streams." And I'm like, "But we not get up there to watch Jay-Z shake his ass. We are not get up there to watch Jay-Z. No, we ain't getting up there to see that shit."
Jay-Z don't have stands. Jay-Z has fans. Beyonce has stands. There's a difference. You don't call them the same.
No.
Beyonce fans wait up until 12:01 when that album is released or when the concert goes on sale and we buy all them damn tickets.
And they sold
the
out
Jay-Z
literally
fans is up in the
No,
bleachers.
but that's the difference.
In the nosebleeds,
Beyonce has
and they ain't
fans.
seen or hearing nothing.
Beyonce has fans. No, I'm flipping it, Boots. I want to flip this. Beyonce has fans, people who live and die for her shit, like the hardest of sports teams. Jay-Z has fans, niggas who excuse everything that he does wrong and try to, anytime that he has mediocrity, argue against it. We had this in a group chat where I was bringing up several of the unmentionable albums during Jay-Z's dark period, and niggas tried to excuse that shit.
What dark period?
Kingdom Come.
Oh, Kingdom
Do you fucking remember that album? Do you remember how fucking trash it was? Do you remember how fucking trash that was?
Bruh, it was not a trash album.
It was a trash album. Don't you dare even think about trying to...
that after
I just want to look at the playlist real quick.
It was trash.
No,
after Blueprint 3, he went downhill for a second.
Kingdom Come was after the Black Album. Kingdom Come was, I'm going to retire. I put out a bomb-ass album. I remember this. Because it was 2006. 2004, we got Black Album. 2006-ish, at the end of 2006. Early 2007 probably, we got Kingdom Come.
Y'all didn't like Lost One?
Completely.
No.
Don't nobody listen to nothing that Chris Evans.
No, nobody listens to that album. You can excuse part of American Gangster, but you cannot excuse the dark period.
That was
movie tie-in.
That was more of a soundtrack. It wasn't like a full.
Kendrick showed you how you do soundtracks.
It wasn't terrible.
And then he put,
Kendrick showed you how to do soundtrack. It was a terrible dark period. Don't try to excuse it. The thing about it is, if he's truly someone you look up to, then just like how you can look up to Nas, you have to be able to look at him objectively and say, Jay-Z
I do. And that album, I'm putting on the same level as the one I just dropped for Nas.
Yeah, exactly. But continuing on, I'm not gonna go down this dark period. What I'm going to do instead is I'm gonna take it to a place that you hate. Freshman XL 18.
Oh.
I let y'all listen to a little bit of a preview for all of the contenders. My boy Ski Mask, of course, is number one.
You have the perfect summarization. Go ahead and speak for all of us, okay?
Yeah, none of us else got nothing to say.
I mean, I got something.
No, go ahead, Stop. No. Come on, old man. Come out of here and yell at these damn kids. Come on.
Yell at the kids.
Yeah, yell at the kids, old man. Because as I told your ass 2 podcasts ago, music is for the people who go and fill out the stadiums time after time. There's a reason why Beyonce fans get the level of treatment that they get, and even Jay-Z fans to a certain extent. But for all the rest of them niggas, they not filling them stands like Lil Pump, Gucci gang, bullshit gang. Oh my God, why am I defending this?
Yeah, listen to yourself.
Blah,
you should hate yourself.
Exactly. But they don't feel shit the way they do. They don't buy the mindless whatever you want to say. Music is for the young niggas. Because after some point, you become an old nigga. And once you become an old nigga, you just listen to the same type of shit that you used to listen to down by the waters and the rivers you're used to.
All right. I got a couple things I got to say.
Go ahead.
I shouldn't even speak this much during this segment because fuck the freshmen. Fuck all of them. And not because I don't like you. I don't want to hear you. It's a difference. I want you to get money.
That is some old ass bullshit right there.
No, I'm glad everybody likes you. I'm glad you're getting money. You're a young dude. You could be doing something a whole lot worse. Get your goddamn money. I don't hate you. It's just not for me, and I don't want to hear you. Number one. Number two, of course, I don't know who the hell's on this cover. So we watched a little video, right, before this?
Yeah.
And they had these stats. Did y'all notice the stats?
Yeah.
Here and there and there. Mm-hmm. Now, you talking about freshmen coming into the game who should be bringing something to the game that is going to be
unique, different,
interesting,
game changing.
Somebody
game changing is a bit overrated.
I wouldn't say game, maybe coming in to make a splash, right?
Oh, they made a splash.
They had stats for creativity, lyrics, and some other stuff, but I just couldn't. I couldn't flow, so I couldn't stop looking at lyrics and creativity, and for literally every single one of them.
They're all below 5.
None below 3. All of them. Watch the video again. I'm not lying. Except for JID. I think he was a 6 on lyrics.
Yeah, he was probably the only one.
He was a 7. JID was a 6 on lyrics.
He was the last.
JID was a 7 on lyrics. Ski Mask was a 6.
Okay.
So I'm not defending the rest of them.
You got 2. But my point is, why would someone like myself give a damn about somebody with no lyrics or creativity? I just got on Nas for coming out with subpar lyrics and no creativity on his latest album.
Now you said subpar lyrics. Don't try to add an additional shit now.
Well, I mean, we ain't had time to get into it, but that was a part of it too. I did say that because I was looking for a one mic, a fucking God damn it. I Gave You Power. I was looking for all of that. I was looking for something like that. Another signature song that was very well thought out.
Let's be honest here. When's the last time that he's come out with anything like that?
Oh, we can talk about his last couple of albums. I feel the same way about that too. I feel the same way about that. But we ain't gonna.
I wanted to make sure.
My point is, the XXX. Hey, get your money, but make your own lane. I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna start a petition where we are going to divvy up the rap genre, just so that these fuckity fucks won't be. They should not be considered the freshmen of a class of hip hop rappers. They should be considered the first
Honestly,
of a totally different genre.
No. Trap music.
No, it's
Do you
not
think
trap
they're
music.
like middle school students?
No,
they are.
They're freshmen, but they're new to a totally different. They're new to everybody. They're new to themselves. Totally different genre. They're not doing what we did. So you're
saying that the same way that rock and roll turned into hip hop, or rhythm and blues, or jazz turned into R&B
at some point,
or there's a new genre of music.
Exactly.
It's not hip hop no more.
At some point, you can grow out of hip hop into something else,
or at least have alternative rock and
mumble rap.
progressive. Yeah, like
but alternative.
No.
Alternative rock was truly alternative though.
Yeah,
it was very different from rock. These guys are not that different from hip hop.
Are they not that different?
Other than the fact that only thing that you're using against them is their lyrics. If these guys all sounded like Young Nas and Jay-Z's, you wouldn't have a problem because it's a familiarity complex. You, sir, are looking at something. You're like, when I grew up, hip hop was about battles, and it was about lyrics, and it was about MC, and it was about the entire package of give me this audio shit. As I explained to you last time, hip hop to the hip. Hip hop ain't never been about lyrics. Hip hop was about money, and that's the only reason.
Those were lyrics at the time. It started out with the
MC, those lyrics were trash.
They were trash.
And everyone who actually rapped at the time made fun of those guys over and over and over. Yeah. No, not even now. Compared to now, compared to everyone who was in the game at that time, they treated that gang, those three guys. They treated them like we treated the Vietnam vets. They said these guys are trash. They're just the crap that white people picked up off the floor to try to gain stuff into our No, you need to go back and listen to the way that the community treated the Sugar Hill Gang. There's a reason why every video you see of them, they got 1 token or 2 token black people dancing, but it's mostly just white people. And it's just the people who got kicked out of the go-go dance club and were like, I mean, this is kind of similar. I mean, the music is whatever. Now, it started getting really aggressive. And that's when you started getting into the gangster era of the rap game. And that's when people started trying to do this first little devise is rap is going to be for the hardcore thugs. And for people who are more like my stuff, I want to use hip-hop. And that's kind of how you started trying to see the lanes diverge. But then as hip-hop started getting more violent, all the terms started becoming meaningless jargon. And that's why we ended up in this weird place we have today where if someone doesn't like something, it's rap. But if you love it, it's hip-hop. Kendrick is a savior hip-hop. Fucking J. Cole is a savior hip-hop. Drake is fucking rap. Lil Wayne is fucking rap. Like, people use those words to separate and divide the genre. I'm not trying to divide these kids out of the genre. They are part of a long line of people who everyone always has hated, whoever the new people are.
They don't have to be out the genre, but we need to put them on different branches.
No, they're not going to be. You don't get to determine
the genre's the tree.
But he does.
We can branch out.
He gets to determine that for himself.
Everybody who's a part of that community, who's a part of the hip-hop community, and we know who we're talking about, you can have your own opinions.
No, I'm not trying to take all of his opinions away because again, we're gonna disagree on Nas. But the main thing I'm trying to say is you're not gonna be able to kick these kids out. You may not like them. You may not agree that anything they do is whatever.
I just want to put them in a different room.
No, we're not putting them in a different room.
Go play that shit upstairs. Close the door. Close the goddamn door when you turn that shit on. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man, we're not closing the door. They're gonna be allowed over here. They're gonna sit on the couch next to you. They're gonna make their weird little sounds, and you're just gonna deal with it. But what really I want to get into is a new segment that I'm testing called Grinds My Gears. And in this segment today, what I want to talk about is niggas who can't listen. God damn. Like, there's nothing more disappointing. There's nothing more infuriating. There is nothing that makes me more angry. The niggas who can't listen. If you are given a simple set of instructions and it's like, all you gotta do is do this and then do that or do that. Listen to this shit. Why the hell am I going back and forth with your ass on some shit I told you the first time? If I say you need to go left to get to the store and you come back after an hour, I'm not playing this shit. Like, we're not doing this. We're not fucking doing this. If you can't listen, then I'm sorry. This life is not for you. I'm not saying you need to commit suicide, but you definitely need to go somewhere else. I'm pretty sure there's an island somewhere that they need people and you can live a simple life where all of your little people who can't listen, y'all can all be together, and if y'all make it, y'all make it. If you don't, you don't.
Now, probably more emphasis on don't, because people don't listen, they ain't gonna make it.
More than likely, yes. More than likely, you are 120% right. Like, that's just listen. All you have to do is just listen.
But
it's
listening
not
is a
hard.
complex actually behavior.
This bothers you a
A lot
lot.
of
This
people,
bothers me
a lot of
a
people in this
ton.
room don't listen, but
Whoa.
This bothers me to no end.
Shots. We need a button. No.
Boots is over here not listening.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because
God damn. Like, this motherfucker sounds like his whole life.
Reconstruction.
Life is always a work in progress.
Life is always a work in progress.
Life is
God
always a
damn.
work in progress.
Wow, that was quite an episode there. As you can tell from the music that started playing towards the end there, as well as into my transition here, the episode has come to a close. You can follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook on the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Thanks again for your support, and we have new episodes coming very soon.